Kakashi the copycat ninja is no more, but Kakashi is still around, and him proctoring these exams, I swear, compared to like the last 5 weeks of the Boruto anime, I mean, this is the stuff that I wanted to see in Boruto before Boruto started. We actually get some decent action that makes sense. It's gotta be both. It gotta be decent action, and it gotta make sense. You know, that's why the Seven Swordsman stuff wasn't good, because it didn't make that much sense. Kakashi is leagues above any of these kids, and to be honest with you, they almost nerfed him while he was fighting Boruto, and for obvious reasons, of course. This is the 6th Hokage we're talking about. Him using the wind-style Gale Palm, pushing himself right where he needs to be. He had a shadow clone waiting for Kakashi right under the ground, and he almost got that bell, but in the end, he was put down and told that he was pretty much a spoiled brat, a troublemaker, and even though he has, you know, a lot of potential, he's at least Genin level, at least Chunin level, he is still not qualified to be a ninja. Even some of the other fights, like Sarada and Sumire versus Konohamaru, while they made the right decision to stay back and work together, Sarada got owned, okay? I don't know why they emphasized her Sharingan usage only for her to like trip up and hit a tree. I think you're actually trying to make her look stupid this week. You got Sumire using the new way to defend Sarada, and perfect usage of the new way. Granted, it's not as powerful as it used to be when it was first introduced, absorbing all that chakra. I mean, they'd have to cancel these exams. You'd have to have like Naruto and other high-ranking shinobi coming in to incapacitate that thing. Pretty neat way to integrate the little critter. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I think Sumire is mostly gonna be used as support from now on, especially with the recent events in the manga, but hey, better something than nothing. And even some of the fights I didn't really expect to enjoy, like the fight with Anko Mitarashi, you know, she's fighting Shikadai, Chocho, and Inojin. Even that was pretty cool because it's been a minute since we've seen Anko Mitarashi in action. She is a Jonin, don't forget that. She's got some major skills, and it's sad they completely shifted her off, and they almost explained her coming back and getting fat for that reason, like, yo, you didn't see her for a long time, so I'm guessing she wasn't doing nothing. That's why she's fat now. She's still an Orochimaru student, she's got them snakes up her sleeve still, and I thought it was hilarious how Shikadai was getting chased down, like, you know, why gotta be our boy Shikadai, huh? Now that Iwabe and the rest of them came in, I'm pretty sure that situation will be handled, because I think Iwabe, to be honest with you guys, is at the very least like in between Chunin level and Jonin level. I mean, his skills are way above average. So you couple that in with the rest of the kids, yeah, I think they'll be able to fight Anko. The one fight I wish we get to see more of is Mitsuki versus Shino, because listen, it was close, right? You know, you had Shino with those bugs that you could use to kill Mitsuki, but listen, Mitsuki, I felt like he wasn't fighting serious himself. He sustained some damage, but if he really got into it and it really came down to like, am I going to be able to save Boruto? Am I going to be able to push him to the next level or not? I think he would have went all out, and I think that he could take Shino out. People need to understand this guy is at least Jonin level. That aura that he pulled out before the fight ended up in Shino sitting on his butt, that aura, you could connect it to something else, and we probably won't be seeing that for a while until the anime catches up to the manga. However, Mitsuki is not a ninja you want to play around with. If you swapped Mitsuki and Boruto in their respective fights, they would have been much closer matches. I mean, Boruto versus Shino, that's up in the air. You could probably give that one to Shino. At the very least right now, Mitsuki versus Kakashi, I think he'd be able to grab the belt. When Mitsuki lacks his mental, specifically social development and social skills, he looks up to Boruto, but Boruto is failing these exams at the moment for one specific reason, and while he displays more teamwork than Boruto, who just wants to finish the assignment and get the bell, Mitsuki don't care about his other teammates like that. Otherwise, he'd be way back there helping out some of his other teammates. He only cares about Boruto. He's admitted this. The only reason he stays in the Lee Village is because of Boruto. He took an interest to him for whatever reason. It could be some kind of biological thing going on there. Maybe Orochimaru instilled some kind of, like, you know, injection in him that'd make him drawn to Uzumaki's scent or something crazy like that. All I'm saying is if you're about teamwork, which is clearly what these exams are about and why Boruto is failing, you can't just care about one ninja. You gotta care about all of them, and that's what Mitsuki needs to learn himself. So, whereas maybe he's a little bit better than Boruto, you can't even really say that because he looks up to Boruto. Boruto's the one he wants to model himself after. Now, as most of you guys are aware, this is a clear throwback to the original Bell training, and I don't really even want to compare the two. This one was a little bit different. There's still the catch, of course. Ain't nobody buy into like, only one person's going to pass. You know, think about the real world. At the end of the day, you might die. Like, nobody's buying that. We all know this is a catch. Obviously, it's not the same as the original Bell training. It's not as enjoyable because, for starters, you're probably not as interested in all these characters because they're almost rehashes of the originals. And this came at a better time, right? You know, the original Bell training was like 3 episodes into Naruto. That's the perfect time to get you interested in all of these different squads. Whereas we're already 30 episodes in and they're dropping this on us now? Why couldn't have this been dropped on us maybe 15 episodes ago? Instead, they dropped all this filler on us, and that's why I'm appreciating this episode so much. But it's not inherently that amazing of an episode. Although how crazy would it be if Boruto actually fails these exams? Like, he fails everybody and he just starts becoming like hated all around the village and everybody in his generation hates him, and you know, that would be really crap because, you know, he ends up, by the way, getting disqualified from the Chunin exam. So if it's like back-to-back L's for Boruto, even though he's as skilled as he is, I think that would look really bad, but it would make sense. It's a little more convincing that they're gonna pull what they pulled at the end of the original Bell training with the tree stump and then sharing the food. Kakashi passes them all. Something similar is gonna happen here. It's not like they were all great with teamwork from the start. You know, Naruto and Sasuke did not get along with each other, and Boruto might get his act together if he gets beat around some more, because that's how some people are, man. They just need to get beat up. You gotta be aggressive with some people for them to get the message. You know, Boruto, you gotta care about your teammates. You gotta start caring about people. Let me knock that into you. Although there was foreshadowing that Boruto's gonna fail these exams when Kakashi dresses up as Sukeya, basically taking all these interviews, telling Boruto that, you know, he doesn't really have any goals, like he doesn't really know where to go, and in the end, that could cost him a lot. In a way, Boruto is like a Sasuke without goals. And Sasuke wasn't the most beloved by a lot of people. There's a big rift between the Naruto and Sasuke fans at the beginning of part 1. And if you've been following the series since the beginning, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The Naruto versus Sasuke debate, it's still going around, but it was definitely a little bit more heated back then. That being said, guys, tell me how y'all felt about this Bell training. Did you like it? Did you not? What about Kakashi Sensei back in action as a proctor? I'm happy to see all the substitutions, all the witty taijutsu moves. It's a shame he does not have the Sharingan anymore. It's a shame he's not pulling out the Susanoo in these exams.